In order to expose the giant axon itself, all the small fibers surrounding it have first to be removed. This is called cleaning the axon, one end of which is often left with the small fibers attached for handling purposes while the axon is prepared for the experiment. It usually takes about half an hour to clean an axon and to leave it bare of all the small fibers, often over a distance of about 5 centimeters. When finished, the giant axon alone remains, a single animal cell several centimeters in length and, in this case, about 650 microns in diameter. Each small division of the scale is 100 microns. A cell this size weighs about 20 milligrams, so that it is not surprising that the giant axon was first used as a source of cytoplasm. In 1937, Baer, Schmidt and Young, working at Woods Hole, studied the protein constituents from samples which they obtained simply by squeezing the cytoplasm out of the cut end. Later workers made precise measurements of the electrolytes and found that the concentration of potassium was much higher and that of sodium much lower than in the surrounding body fluids. It was for studies of the viscosity of cytoplasm that a cannula was first inserted into the axon, and it has since proved such a valuable tool that it is now used routinely. A thread is attached at each end of the axon and pinned down to hold it taut. In addition, 2 threads, which will later secure the cannula, are slackly tied round it. The cannula itself is a carefully drawn piece of glass tubing, the end of which has been ground down to form a smooth, oblique tip, slightly smaller than the diameter of the axon. The next step is to cut, without severing the axon, a notch in its wall large enough to accommodate the cannula. A micromanipulator provides the fine adjustment needed to pass the cannula through the notch and some distance along the axon. Once in place, the loop of thread is brought up and the cannula secured. Finally, the threads are trimmed and the uncleaned end of the axon removed. This is the preparation with which the basic mechanism of nervous conduction has been studied.